Crisis management. Crisis management is as important as finance management, personnel management, etc. Having a clear and effective program and plan for an event is critical not only to your survival, but critical to the profitability and possibly the survival of the company. Being able to identify risk, assess the situation and respond appropriately is important, and requires not only training, but practice. What is a crisis? A crisis is any event that threatens a person, group of people, or the company itself and its bottom line. Crisis can occur any time, day or night, weekday or weekend. A company that anticipates a crisis, and prepares for such an event, is better able to avoid negative situations completely, or, if the situation occurs, better manage the crisis. Internal risks. Internal risks occur inside of the company property or during company hours involving an employee and their duties. The internal risks to crisis are many. Triggers can occur outside of the workplace, resulting in a reaction or escalation within the company. We are Guru Cool, try to bring the best of knowledge to you. We want you to learn more and watch more videos, so please, stay tuned to Best of Videos by subscribing to our YouTube channel and click the icon, subscribe button. Don't forget to ring the bell button and turn on the notification, get the latest videos. Visit our Facebook page and hit on like button for latest updates and turn on the notification, get the latest videos, and learn on how to progress and succeed in life. Also, follow us on Instagram, Twitter and visit our website www.gurucool.com and learn from best gurus. Good luck. External risks. External risks are just like they sound. They are the risks that the company or employees have from the outside environment. Strangers, non-employees, anyone not related to the company. These risks can include crimes like robbery, larceny, and drive-by shootings, etc. Aggression. Aggression is defined as violent or hostile behavior, without provocation. It can also mean the readiness to confront others, especially those perceived to have wronged the aggressor. Aggression usually results in the physical or mental harm to oneself, or others. There are sometimes warning signs to aggressive behavior, including a withdrawal from social life and isolation from others. Violence. The textbook definition of violence is the use of physical force or power to hurt, damage, or otherwise do harm to others or property of others. Other definitions describe violence as a criminal offense of physical force or intimidation, an extreme form of aggression. Workplace violence occurs more often than many of us realize. Damage. Damage from a crisis, or event of workplace violence, is much greater than just the initial loss. Of course, you think of the physical damage of the event such as injury, damage to the property, and the damage to the day's profits. But there are other ways that damage can occur during an event, such as damage to the company's reputation. What is a psychological act of violence? It is when one person uses hostile behavior against another person, to inflict emotional damage or undermine the other person. This could be in the form of attacking the other person's dignity or integrity, harassment, bullying, or putting the person's employment in jeopardy fraudulently. Physical acts. Physical acts of violence can be against an employee or against company property. The intensity can range from vandalism to assault to homicide. Some examples would be grabbing, hitting, pushing, and assault with a weapon, just to name a few different cases. Myths. Benjamin Franklin once said, "If you fail to plan, you are planning to fail." The same can be said for crisis management. Choosing to believe the myths about workplace violence is setting you up for failure, and this is not something that you want to fail. Escalation. Escalation is usually defined as a rapid increase or an increase in intensity. In the subject of workplace violence, escalation means to increase the intensity of the conflict or the ways of instigating conflict in the workplace. Arguments can escalate into threats, which can then escalate into wanting to inflict harm on another person. Threats. The threat of violence is a coercive technique, used to control and have power over another. All threats of violence must be taken seriously and reported for documentation. As a situation escalates, the threats are a critical part of the consideration given the situation. Injury. Injury is usually defined as harm or physical damage to the body, caused by an outside force. Injuries in the workplace, not due to the job description, but due to workplace violence, is extremely common. This injury could occur from a person shoving an employee, slapping or hitting an employee, or even worse, using a weapon against an employee. Death. Death, a very serious outcome, something that no company wants to happen. Death in the workplace often occurs due to workplace violence. For the last few years. Concerning behaviors. As we covered before, there are always signs before an incident of violence is committed. You should always take notice when someone's behavior patterns change or the frequency and intensity of the person's behavior is disruptive to others in the work environment. If a person is exhibiting many of the following behaviors discussed in this module, it should be reported to the appropriate manager. Emotional abuse. Emotional abuse is intended to degrade or humiliate another person. It causes emotional pain and isolation of the victim. Emotional abuse can occur in many forms. It is the purpose of the act that makes it abusive. Emotional abuse can come in the form of exclusion from a group, sabotage of another's work, and bullying are all good examples of emotional abuse. Domestic violence indicators. Domestic abuse may not begin at the workplace, but it affects the victim's workplace. It can happen to men or women, but more often women. There are many warning signs that an employee is experiencing domestic abuse. Changes in behavior, subordinate behavior, and many other telltale signs can indicate abuse in the relationship of a co-worker. Disruptive calls. Any phone calls that are not work-related are a disruption to the workday. But when they are numerous, abusive in nature, and from a significant other, these could be signs of domestic abuse at the home. These calls not only come to the victim, but also to co-workers. Poor concentration. This lack of concentration can cost the team time, energy, and cost the company in productivity. In essence, the violence that occurs outside of the company is costing the company in the end. Identifying changes in the victim's behavior, like this, could help in identifying the problem and getting the victim the help that they need. Bruising. Black eyes, bruising, broken bones, these are all signs of abuse. Adults typically do not fall, run into doors, or slip and fall, in normal situations. But when the employee explains away injuries with convenient accident stories, further investigation is warranted. Absences. Due to the circumstances at home, victims of domestic abuse frequently have high absenteeism rates. Victims often take unplanned vacations and sudden uses of earned time. Absenteeism is frequent so to hide the injuries, but also due to the emotional abuse taking its toll on the victim's physical condition. These absences cost the victim money, the team in time and recovery from the loss of a member, and the company in profits and productivity of a trained employee. Domestic abuse and the stress it exerts on the victim, often causes many other physical conditions, much like bullying. The victim can have health effects such as insomnia, headaches, gastric issues like ulcers, and even cardiac issues. This contributes to the increasing absenteeism of a domestic abuse victim. Now that you have completed this video, and learned this topic, how will you use the skills you have learned? Create a personal action plan, which can help you to stay on track and on target. When you take responsibility for yourself and your results, you get things done. To become successful in life, you have to learn from gurus. Learn and stay ahead. Learn more at gurucool.com. Become a student. Become a seeker of knowledge. You have a bright future ahead of you. Work hard and enjoy your days ahead. Thank you for everything. We are Gurucool. Try to bring the best of knowledge to you. We want you to learn more and watch more videos, so please, stay tuned to Best of Videos by subscribing to our YouTube channel and click the icon, subscribe button. Don't forget to ring the bell button and turn on the notification. Get the latest videos. Visit our Facebook page and hit on like button for latest updates and turn on the notification. Get the latest videos, and learn on how to progress and succeed in life. Also, follow us on Instagram, Twitter and visit our website www.gurucool.com and learn from best gurus. Good luck.